So just to kind of start things off, Jeff, I watched.
Well, that's a shitty intro.
Fuck
What?
you.
I want you to retry that. That was a really shitty intro.
I figured he would just cut it up and start it whenever.
I
but
can
you
cut
could
whatever I want to, and
exactly.
I have
That's
no
what I
care for
figured.
any intros, Jeff. Like, hey guys, DJK GameTime, episode blah blah blah. Like,
Hey guys, my name's Jeff. I'm a tool. Here we go.
it's tool time, guys.
That's at the end.
No,
Well,
that's
you
fair.
start
No,
being
okay,
tool.
so what I was trying to say, was, Jeff, for the first time ever, I almost watched your favorite movie from start to finish. I'd never seen it before.
Frozen?
Yep.
See, now I'm kind of
And I
curious
will
to watch
say-
it too.
I will say, Caitlin put it on, and I was like, I've gone through life and I haven't seen this. We're having a kid. Screw it. I'm sure I'll see it a million times. But I will say, some of the dialogue in there and like the stuff, it's actually pretty funny. I'll give you that.
It was a very well-written movie.
No, it was. It was. Now, I didn't see the end, but she makes a nice castle, so woohoo. But anyways, yes, I finally sat down and watched part of it with the wifey. But anyway, all right, let's get into it. It's been how long since we did an episode? Probably too long.
Well, since you've been on the show, it's been about 3 years. But Kirk and I did an episode 3 weeks ago.
My bad, man. Life gets in the way.
Man crushing very hard on Henry Cavill in The Witcher.
Yeah. Henry Cavill can have my babies.
That's a little awkward, but fair enough.
Whatever.
You haven't seen The Witcher, so you won't understand. Stay over there.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have nothing but time now since I'm supposed to sit at home for the rest of my life.
Yeah, fucking...
However long that'll actually be.
fucking...
Hey, man.
For those that don't, keep up with my day-to-day, I lost my job and then the coronavirus crap hit, so I haven't left my house in 3 weeks. I'm going a little stir-crazy.
I went out yesterday.
It's a
Drinking
bold
for
start to
St.
that.
Patrick's
Sorry.
Day. So
Hey, there you go. At least you got a St. Patty's Day in.
I know. I was like, one of my buddies sent a message in our group chat. He was like, so French just shut down like all bars and like going out after a certain time. So we better like live it up tonight before it happens here.
And it's starting to happen here. Indiana shut down. Massachusetts shut down. Danny, you're about to shut down.
Miami Beach.
No, they shut down South by Southwest, which is one of the biggest festivals. Period. They've been
Well,
going.
no, they're going to shut
nuts
down
down
bars
here.
and restaurants in Texas soon.
What is there to do in Austin?
I mean,
Exactly.
there's a couple of races I wanted to run and they're getting canceled right now. A couple
Yeah.
of smart
Yeah.
ones I signed up for. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But at the same time, it's a great time to be a gamer because
No,
no,
it's
I have
not.
to
That's
stay
why
inside.
Xbox went down today.
Oh,
Did Xbox
Cry
get the
me a river.
coronavirus? Is that why it's
It
down?
did. It did. They
Good
got over
Lord.
it in like an hour, but
well, then they need to figure out whoever that is and go ahead and cure that with the rest of everybody. Well, besides that one blip, because you could still play your PC or literally anything else,
Yeah.
being trapped inside for a couple weeks is not a bad thing, especially when you have a game coming out this week.
Yeah. Well,
It's going to be quite fun. We'll get into that a
Animal
little
Crossing,
bit later.
it's going to be great.
oh, yeah. That's definitely not worth talking about.
Dude, you're Butters from the Warcraft episode of South Park. I've been playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure 3.
That's Jeff.
We're all playing Doom.
No, my favorite thing out of the internet is like all the gamer memes. It's like, oh, everyone's freaking out about like staying in for hours at a time. Gamers, we've been preparing for this our whole lives.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But do you have enough toilet paper to make it through?
Oh, let me tell that story. Where yesterday I was taking a dump and I realized I ran out of toilet paper right then and there, and I was like, well, shit, what do I do? I was like, this coronavirus thing got real.
You take
real,
a shower. We
real
learned that
quick.
one in college.
But I got extremely lucky when I walked to Publix yesterday, and I got like one of the last 3 rolls in there. And the weirdest thing too, the guy was like, "Do you want another one too?" And I was like, "No, dude. The 9 jumbo rolls will last me like 6 months to a year. I don't go through toilet paper that fast." So
Now that everybody knows Kirk's bowel movement tendencies.
Yeah.
No, everything getting canceled has been interestingly enough, but I mean, obviously for our purposes speaking, E3 getting the boot was inevitable. But it seems like they're going to make up for it in a different way that actually might be friendlier to people like the three of us that are not going to go out there.
Yeah, didn't they say that they're going to live stream? Or actually,
So
most events are going to start live streaming now.
the major exhibitors are going to be having live streams that they're going to also obviously have recordings of, but they're going to be smaller. They're going to be a little bit more in depth than they've been in the past. So we're going to see more of the games that are going to be coming out. We're going to see more of what they're working on, more of the hardware in the background as well. I'm sure E3 will be back next year, but until all this stuff blows over,
everything will be back next year if we're still here.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not a physician. I am not an expert in any of this.
No, go ahead.
I did see an article earlier today that leaked from the UK's health ministry that the UK's worst case scenario is that this is going to last until spring of next year.
Well,
So-
I've actually been listening to podcasts.
We'll see.
Yeah. We're not experts, but if you have TuneIn or you listen to radio, they have a bunch of podcasts on there from the head of the CDC talking about how this is the new flu and it's going to be 1 to 2 years before everything finally calms down. And if you're old and have a compromised immune system, stay inside. So,
A couple of
Biggest
podcasts-
thing that-
go check that out.
couple
Yeah.
podcasts I've been listening to is they have they're doing coverages over the coronavirus as well. It's the Gaming Ride Home and the Tech Meme Ride Home. That's where I get most of my news. So they're covering that as it relates to everything for a short time. But I mean, it sucks that everything's getting canceled.
The most I can say right now is, protect yourself and listen to the CDC, listen to the WHO, and listen to your physician. And if you feel like you're sick, just stay home.
And also, while you're at home, listen to us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that too.
That
too.
I can't believe I had to be the one to say that.
I usually do it at
Jeff
the
would've
end.
pulled it. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
That is fair. But
guys-
no, it should be good. E3 will be back. I know Jeff will hate me, but the one thing I want to cry about is March Madness is canceled, but we won't get into that. It's just sad.
Everything
Yeah.
is canceled.
Yeah, but
I watched the last Atlanta United game this week.
yeah, I know. We'll see what happens. But it'll be hopefully. I hope if they decide to go on 2-week quarantine, it starts on Friday when Doom comes out, because that would be definitely a good bit of fun. But I mean, I think kind of going along with E3 and news, if you've been living under a rock, one of kind of the bigger things starting with Keanu Reeves' Simulator, aka Cyberpunk. I mean, the free to upgrade thing that they were really going to pilot and all that kind of stuff at E3, I think that's probably a huge step in a good direction.
Yeah, I think they piggybacked off of Microsoft saying the same thing. They're saying any games made in Microsoft Studio, if you buy it on the old console and the new console comes out, it's free to upgrade to the new console. And then CD Projekt Red followed up with a tweet saying, hey, gamers should never be forced to purchase the same game twice or pay for upgrades. Owners of Cyberpunk 2077 for Xbox One will receive the Xbox Series X upgrade for free when available.
Can we just pause for a second and just realize how much this world does not deserve the people at CD Projekt Red?
There's hope yet, boys. There's hope yet.
You guys are a lot more hopeful than I am.
I mean, I'll admit it. I don't know if I call it an upgrade, but I moved to the PC for Destiny 2, and I rebought everything just because I felt like it was worth it. But I was still kind of pissed off that I had to rebuy everything. To a degree, not everything, just a couple of the DLCs.
That's why I won't move, is because I don't want to have to fucking repay for it.
How much is your time worth, good sir? Because those load times
right
are
now-
deadly.
Right now, my time's worth a whole lot of nothing, so...
Oh,
I was going to say, my time is worth other games.
true.
Straight up. But no, I like that. I think that's a good change.
Hopefully other studios will follow suit as well, but at the same time, I know they need to make their money and, do their due diligence business-wise.
Well, yeah, and then so one of the things that I think is kind of going that way, and this is strictly a console issue, because I mean, if you own a gaming PC, which all of us do, you just kind of download and go, and you can swap out hardware and stuff. But I was reading an article the other day, and it kind of started to click with me. Consoles are going the way of cell phones.
Yeah.
So Apple sells you an iPhone 10, then there's an iPhone 10X, then there's an iPhone 10SX, and an X trippy flip-de-doop XQ or whatever, and they just keep pumping them out, and that's what they're going to do to consoles. And if you're having to, I mean, obviously if it's same generation, it's different for a console, but
well, hold on, actually,
with everything going that same way, it's just, I mean, you have to do that, or else, I mean, I like console for the lounging on the couch, kind of dicking around, as opposed to sitting upright at a desk. And if they ever did that, I would be out instantly.
I don't mind it, but you are right. Like, it is kind of like get the latest and greatest new iPhone. But they did that with the current generation. Like, there's the Xbox One, there's the Xbox One Elite, Xbox One S, Xbox One X.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I mean, admittedly, Kirk, you and I both did, although we did it pretty smartly.
Yeah, through GameStop.
Yeah, I ended up paying $20 to upgrade from an original Xbox One to an Xbox One Elite.
Only because you wanted that controller.
Yep, wanted the controller, and then I think I paid $100 or $200 to upgrade to the One X. And I mean, it was noticeably different, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that kind of system.
Yeah, time will tell. And speaking of,
well, it's also
console,
a way to make sure that the console stays in league with the PC. PCs evolve so fast. You need to, release these small upgrades to the consoles to make sure that you're not lagging the entire industry behind.
Well, yeah, it's also for the studios too, so that they have more to play with, and they can keep up with the PC world as well.
Well, yes, 100%. The only thing that drives me nuts is we know it's possible on PC.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what, a year ago? I mean, Jeff, I don't know when you got yours, but my PC's running like 16 RAM, i7, 2070. You opted for the liquid cooled 2080? I mean, it's not like, I mean, if they're really going to shoot for it, it's kind of how long is the development cycle. It's not even going to be close to what our PCs are now is what's coming out, at the end of this year into next year, because they already said there's probably going to be delays, which is even crazier. That's my only issue. If it's not going to be a huge upgrade, what's the point? I mean, PC gaming will always be superior, but there's a niche for everybody.
And speaking of the new Xbox, they released more info about the specs on it. Just going to quickly go over it. Just like there's 12 teraflops, variable rate shading, hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, quick resume for multiple games, smart delivery. I'm interested on the quick resume.
We already have that.
We do on the current Xbox?
Yeah.
Then why are they putting it on here as a big item when it's already...
I'm not even sure what that is.
They're doing multiple games.
Here,
right now, it's only the one game.
What's the one game?
The last game you played.
Oh. So here's the new quick resume feature lets you continue multiple games from a suspended state almost instantly, returning you to where you were and what you were doing without waiting through long loading screens.
So, like, if I'm at home right now and I'm playing a single-player game and you or Danny get on and we go play, like, Apex or Destiny or Call of Duty or Halo, whatever the fucking game may be, I'd be able to, like, tomorrow I'd be able to relaunch my single-player game and it'll pick up where I left off without me having to reload.
Yeah, so basically instead of loading the main menu and then hitting load your checkpoint or your save point, it just loads you right back into where you were.
Yeah, it also says it's going to have SSD storage, which makes sense. That's the fastest hardware, so you can.
I mean, you'd have to at this point.
Yeah. Dynamic latency input DLI. So this is for more of the wireless controllers, so that the signal gets there faster. HDMI 2.1, of course, 120 frames per second support. That's
they're talking. Yeah, they're saying it's going to support 8K, which
I doubt it, but at the same time,
well, no, that's what they said. I mean, the whole point is that it's possible via upscaling from your TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple. They said it'll. I'd have to pull it back up. At the same time, it's not really going to matter. I mean, thank God they're upping the frame rate.
Yeah.
But I think they said that the average base console will get, I think it's 1440p at 120 frames a second. So I mean, it's going to be quite nice. I mean, we've had that on PC, so think about how smooth that is. I mean, you know, I've played with Brett, a couple people on like Apex on PC. They don't play all that much, so you know, then I'll swap back to console and like my eyes hurt and my brain hurts from looking at it. So it's just kind of one of those differences that'll be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a simple guy. If I have 60 frames per second, I'm happy. I don't think I need 120, but it'd be nice.
I need 200
or like 4. Like, can you even really tell like a difference between 4K and 8K? Like I haven't seen.
I mean, like maybe if you're ACU or Shroud, but that's about it.
Yeah, like
Well, just like we talked about the difference between 140 frames and 200 frames, you have to look at a screen a lot to know the difference.
I mean, now I notice like the difference between 30 and 60, but from 60 to 120,
30 and 60 is night and day. That's not even a contest.
Yeah.
From 60 to 144, which is what most of us are capped out at now because nobody's blowing the money on a monitor for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks a little bit nicer, but it's not as drastic as that. So, should be fun.
Yeah, so that
should be fun.
That's all they released on that. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm still waiting to see details on like the payment method where you can like get an Xbox One X and make monthly payments to it, and then you not really for free, but once the new consoles come out, you get an upgrade to that.
Yeah, and then you're gonna make payments on that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you're better off just buying and going.
Yep. Because we did the math last time we talked about it.
I can't remember.
They don't want to not make money and give you new stuff for free. I promise you that.
Well, we did the math on it last time we talked about it, and it was like you end up spending an extra like $200.
Okay.
That sounds about right. But anyway, we'll see. But I think the thing I'm excited about most coming out, we have to talk about Doom.
Doom.
Animal Crossing?
Doom.
I mean,
yeah.
Animal Crossing is not doomed. I think it'll be fine.
Until Doom guy comes in there and murders all the animals and apparently stomps their faces out and rips them apart.
Was it there a post that, like... Didn't someone in our Discord that said, like, Animal Crossing is supporting Doom or Doom is in Animal Crossing?
No, both the communities were, like...
Yeah, they partnered up because it's the same day, and they've been making memes and stuff. That's why I was talking about Doom guy going in there and stomping out animals. It's a big joke on Reddit. But Doom, man, I wasn't as excited. I like Doom 2016. Admittedly, I think I have like 2 levels to finish. I hadn't done my apologies. That game was fun as hell, though. I just got sidetracked, and then I never actually went back and finished it. But that was back to the roots of the original Doom games, and I will admit my first Doom was Doom 3. So that horror-style game is definitely different from what Doom originally was. But that was my first experience with it, so
you mean you mean the Doom that came on the save file icon?
What?
I don't know.
The first Doom came out on the save icon. You know, when
it wasn't the first Doom.
Yeah, when
he means a floppy disk.
Yeah, that thing.
No.
That was a horrible joke, Jeff. I'm sorry.
You're a horrible joke.
Okay, so there was Doom 1, there was Doom 2, then Doom 3 was the first one that utilized like all the graphics. I think I was a junior or senior in high school. It was that horror game where you had like the flashlight and it was like all PDF, and because the first 2 Doom games were like essentially 2D, like really crappy but fun games. Then Doom 3 was the first like
up-to-date game.
Yeah.
But that was
And
more of
I
a
guess
horror style game. Like Doom 2016 is just an action packed like shit.
well, and see, yeah, 2016 was like what the original games were. That's what I'm saying. Like Doom 3, like it's funny when I bought Doom Eternal earlier and pre-ordered it. Doom 3 was like $10. I'm like, yep, I'm buying that. And I started like I played like through the first little part of the first level. And I'm like, man, this is like nostalgic to bring me back because like that was like what I bought a PC for when I was like a junior in college, was to play that game.
I'm gonna get the new Doom on console. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just feels better in a controller.
Well, I was gonna get it on PC, but I'm gonna help Jeff's ass out and buy it on console so we can game share it. But
yeah,
no, 16 was great. Doom 3 will always have my heart. I know a lot of people hate it, but that game was a good bit of fun. But Doom Eternal looks insane.
yes, it looks like. So I've been playing Doom 2016 recently, and I'm almost done with it. I think I'm at the point where you are. And they did a good job with that game, and it brings me back. And this is weird to say, to old style gaming, where it's like nothing's being handheld. You don't have to worry about too many mods. It's just pick your favorite weapon, upgrade your character, and go.
Well, it's pure skill. It's not talent building.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can upgrade your guns, but you're upgrading your favorite guns to make them more powerful. It's not like you're building a talent tree and like that kind of. It really is just crazy. I mean, you pick up those power ups and you're just like, oh my god, this.
And all
the
the
way
animations
you just cut
too.
people.
Yeah.
He
carries also a chainsaw. You hold X to pull out a chainsaw. I like how they utilize all the weapons in the game differently.
No, and I think that's my favorite part about it is the chainsaws. You're like, oh shit, I'm about to die. Let me pop this dude open like a pinata.
Same thing with the BFG.
And then I'm gonna get all the ammo. I'm gonna get all the all the health, and then keep going. That is probably the coolest part. But I would say I wasn't too excited. I mean, definitely gonna play Doom, but wasn't like salivating over it until I found out that you get to play as the monsters.
Oh yeah, in the multiplayer mode.
Well, in the campaign
monsters.
too.
Oh, in the campaign as well?
I don't know if I'm spoiling that. Oh shit, maybe not. But I know that I Googled this morning just some more videos because I knew we were going to talk about it, and I'd only seen a couple. But in the story, he takes control of one of the flying dudes with the rocket launchers on his back.
Oh, you're right. I remember seeing that in one of the commercials.
Yeah, okay, so good.
You're not spoiling anything, no.
Okay, I mean, it's all over YouTube, but man, that looks so cool. I think the best kept secret would be in Halo 2 when you got to play as the Elite.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that nobody was expecting. But yeah, it's kind of cool to play as the other side. So yeah, the Monster Hunt multiplayer thing will be cool. So I'm just pumped all the way around. The game's fast-paced. They said it's a little more puzzly, which I like. I like thinking when I'm playing those kind of games too.
It's probably going to be more like like doing a raid almost. I don't know. The way they set it up.
I don't think it's going to be that crazy, but you're going to have to figure out like pathing and stuff during fights and stuff to help you out.
Yeah, they say this one's more like based on movement. Like Doom 2016 was, but this one you have to move in a variety of different ways just to live or to fight.
And to me, that's more fun because there's only so many kill rooms where, once you upgrade your weapons, you just annihilate people.
Yeah.
To where, either you set it up to a high difficulty to where you have to kill them with so many bullets that you run out of ammo and it's an ammo struggle.
Yeah, I don't want
that's the difficulty wall. Yeah. Versus actual, like, fighting issues. So, no, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun.
Plus, like, they're putting a lot of detail in the game, not just, like, the gameplay, but even, like, who was it that sent us? Like, all the music in the game, too. Like, I love, like, that rock music when playing. Gets me fired up to do the
You mean rock music? That's metal, sir. Doom is metal. Come on,
metal.
man.
Metal. I apologize.
I want everybody to roast Kirk now for calling metal rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably offended anybody that's listening to this that likes that style of music.
But don't worry, Jeff's going to tool it up pretty hard soon and take it off me.
Yeah, but at least I don't offend people's music interests by incorrectly labeling it.
Yeah, because when you call it rock, you're basically calling it Nickelback, and that's an issue.
No.
I'm just messing with you. But no, I'm pumped. But I think what's been holding me over I mean, obviously, I'm an Apex fanboy. I'll admit that. You can throw me in the same as the Fortnite people, but recently trying Call of Duty Warzone, that surprisingly good in my opinion.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, and surprisingly fun. Like, I played 4 or 5 games today, and I got lucky on the first game. Like, I dropped 11 kills on the first game because we dropped at the military base and we just sat in a corner and just killed people. But it's really fast. Have you played it yet, Kirk?
I haven't had a chance to. I wanted to right before the podcast, but Xbox Live went down before I had to do other stuff today.
Fair enough. Jeff, you played, what, a game or two?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. It's definitely very interesting. I did die. I did go to the gulag. I did fuck someone up and got out, and then I immediately died again because I didn't have a weapon. I didn't get to play, obviously, with you. I didn't get to play with, like, an actual team, so my experience was shit because I played with shit people.
That's fair.
But I like the evolution that I saw in this one. You know, Apex definitely did something that PUBG wasn't doing, that Fortnite wasn't doing.
Respawning. You're basically what you're getting at.
No, with the abilities of the characters too, because in PUBG and Fortnite they don't have that. You know, PUBG is the bare bones of the.
That's
of
the
space.
military, hardcore military style.
Well, I'd even argue the fact that it's just the predecessor now, because Call of Duty has the opportunity to be the hardcore military one.
I agree to disagree.
Okay. But PUBG is just is what started it for me.
Well, I mean that is what started it.
Yeah, and then you had Fortnite, and Fortnite had the building, and then they made
it supposed to be a tower defense game.
Yeah, I know. I bought it as a tower defense game. And then Apex, and now we're at the Call of Duty point. But
so I would say this then. So for anybody that hasn't played, let's kind of explain to you kind of the way this thing works. So it's an extremely streamlined version. I mean, it's Call of Duty, so it's Call of Duty is your basic bitch of video games, and this is your basic bitch of Battle Royale with a little twist thrown in. So you drop in, it's 150 people, it's squads of 3. All you do is pick up weapons. The weapons are predetermined. There's no attachments, there's nothing else. Ammo picks up automatically. Shields pick up automatically. Everybody starts out with they have 3 shields, and only 2 of them are full. And you get a pistol, and everybody hits the ground. Then you can pick up whatever. You can go up to 3 shield plates, which is your shield, and then you start to get into your health, which recharges basically like you're playing normal Call of Duty when your screen gets red. The guns are rarity-based, so you're going to find a lot of M13s off the bat, a lot of MP7s, and then you'll find different versions of other guns as you level up. There's also cash, and cash comes in a very different way. Still very much Call of Duty, point, shoot, twitch shooter, don't think, hold trigger, 0 recoil, basic Call of Duty gameplay. But there's little supply drops, but there's also really cool things where your classes that you have set up for your normal games of Call of Duty, when you customize your class, there are drops in the game where you can go up and you can buy that class. And it comes with the perks, with the guns, everything as you have it set.
That's cool.
So that, yeah, it's cool, but it's also kind of bullshitty because you have everybody like Hans and I that were playing today. Like when we had that 11 kill game to start, we had a really good teammate and we found one of those drops early on. So I have my decked out M4, all my perks, and a sniper rifle secondary. I mean, that's unfair. When it's like one-shot kills in a battle royale, it's kind of stupid. So, yeah, but then, like, as Jeff said, when you die, you go to the gulag, which is basically gunfight 1v1. If you win, you respawn. If not, your team has to buy you back. So, and you can die twice before you're actually out. So, I mean, that's really cool to keep things going. It's just kind of, it's Call of Duty. There's not really much else to say. But it is a lot of fun. It's just not very deep. Like,
Well, yeah,
Apex is deep in the abilities. Fortnite is deep in your ability to imagine and build things, but it's just kind of a eh.
I mean, that makes sense because Call of Duty primarily is a, 6v6 or PvP game. It's not a battle royale. But it's kind of nice that they have their own flavor of a battle royale, and they did it well, from what I'm hearing.
Well, the map is fucking huge, too.
Yeah, it is. Well, and there's the vehicles aplenty, too, which is nice.
Yeah, and it starts with 150 people, which makes your game lag like fucking crazy if you're playing on a console.
I never really experienced that.
Oh, so I did.
Do you have a 1X?
No.
Okay, so that may be the key going into it, but the games last longer and death feels a little more trivial, so there's a lot more fighting, which is kind of fun, if that makes any sense. Like, the healing system is really quick. Like, you don't have to heal your health. To put 3 plates in takes, 4 or 5 seconds. Like, and you can go prone and hide in a bush and shove plates down your chest, and then you're back to full health. So it's definitely a good bit of fun. There's kill streaks in there too, which I haven't really experimented with all that much. But no, it's good fun. It's nice for a pick up and go kind of thing.
That, and it's free for everyone to play, so even if you don't have Call of Duty, you can pick it up.
And Kirk hits the nail on the head. Exactly. And also the fun part is if you just want to play with your buddy, you can close off your squad so you don't have to deal with somebody else giving away your position.
I'm guessing that happened to you recently.
Only sometimes.
Only when he plays with Glenn.
I was going to say, he took the words out of my mouth. It's kind of like playing with Glenn. Hey guys, let's hide here, and then he just like jumps out, Leroy Jenkins style, just shooting everybody. It is what it is. Yeah. But no, it's a good bit of fun. You should actually give it a try. And Jeff, if you want to, I'll play some with you. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
No, I just wanted to see what it was all about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm craving like going back to Dune. So like maybe after the podcast, I might be tempted to play the Call of Duty.
The podcast?
Sorry. Words are tough. Excuse me.
You been drinking over there, Kirk? Man, what the hell, dude?
No. I did that yesterday.
I mean, we are pals, but it's not called a palcast.
No, you're good. No, I'll actually probably...
But I want to try out the new Call of Duty, but I kind of want to go back to Doom, though. I want to finish that game before Eternal comes out. I'm like really craving to like finish that game out. Don't know why.
Oh, you're fine. I guess is it a continuation of
Doom
that
Eternal?
game? Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, like, I've been reading all the lore in Doom 2016, and there's a good bit of story there. And they're going to act upon that in Eternal.
Okay, so I'm going to have to read that stuff. I'm sure I can just Wikipedia that thing. But I remember playing through, I was like, there's an evil robot or, like, some shit. Like, okay, whatever, I just need to rip people in half.
Yeah, like...
So I never really paid much attention to it, but I'll go through it and see if I can understand.
Yeah, the developers were saying they're going to go a lot into the origins of the Doomslayer himself, which I never really thought of him as I thought he was just like a normal Marine that was like pretty badass, not a, super soldier like they portray him in Doom 2016. So,
yeah, I always kind of figured it a faceless man that gets special abilities.
Yeah, but that's not the case.
No, that's fair.
So,
but. Yeah, I can't wait. We'll see. That'll basically be next weekend, and then we can all bash each other to pieces. Hopefully they let you do custom games with the monsters and the Doom guy, because that will be hilarity, because it's a 3-person game. So that fits well for us, taking turns.
Yeah, being the demons or the Doomslayer.
Yeah, so it's like 2 demons versus a Doomslayer.
Yeah, and you can pick what demon you want, and when you're the demons, you can summon other like minions to attack the Doomslayer. And then the Doomslayer is just the Doomslayer. So
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I really like that idea. I was like, multiplayer in Doom. I was like, that's kind of stupid. But now I'm kind of like, okay, this is actually a pretty decent idea.
Well, it's kind of like the first one I really liked that did it, and this is like going way the hell off topic, but the Gears of War that shall not be named because it was the worst thing in the world. The only thing it brought to it was that kind of game mode where you could be the monsters versus the humans.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What about Judgment?
It was terrible. I'm just sad because I haven't played Gears 5 much, like, at all past, like, what, 1 or 2 procedures, but whatever. It is what it is.
Weren't you having problems with that game for a while? Near the end?
No, it was... They always try to change things, and I think they're trying to capture a bigger base of audience just because if you're good at Gears, that means you're good with the shotgun, and that means you're just going to destroy people, and the learning curve's so high that they always try to change it when the game first launches. Everybody hates it, everybody stops playing, and then they turn it into what all the hardcore people wanted. Like, it's actually kind of fun now. I went and played last week, so gotcha. It is what it is. But what have y'all been playing?
I have been playing... Well, I've already been talking about Doom, so I won't go too deep into that. I bought the Battle Pass for Apex, and while I was waiting for the next season of Destiny 2 to come out, I've been playing a lot of Apex as well, and I was, like, getting into, like, ranking up by myself with randoms. And that was, I tested my patience, I'll tell you that much. Very, very much so. But
you're fun.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to play with, like, you and Hans and everyone, because you guys are at Platinum now? Gold or platinum?
Yeah, we've kind of hit a platinum wall. We were going to try for diamond, but there comes a point where either Hans and I need to dump our third, who shall be nameless. Yes, if because both of us made it to platinum solo queuing, and he can't get out of gold, so there's an obvious disconnect there. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
What about Glenn?
No, it's not him. You can't even play with Glenn. Glenn's bronze, dude.
And then
he's always a team player. He brings you the attachments.
He does. And then the last game that I've been playing, getting back on, of course, is Destiny 2.
Well, you and Jeff both.
Well, we'll see how long Jeff lasts.
I'm probably ahead of you at this point.
I still don't see the Savior title under your name.
Shut up.
I will be getting my pin in the mail here soon.
Yeah, and I'm the guy that has no idea what y'all are talking about. I just can't do it anymore.
I mean, I love the game, but now it's getting, like, after... For me, if I have something to achieve in a game, like getting a title or ranking up, I'm in.
I mean, that's what they want, man. That carrot dangling in front of you.
I know, and they got me with
that FOMO.
Yep, there you go. The FOMO.
FOMO is huge here. But there's been a lot of problems with Destiny 2 lately. Like in this last season, they had a couple updates, deleted people's items in the game. Not weapons, but more materials and aesthetics. And people were getting pissed.
Yeah, I heard about that. Did they ever fix it, or they just...
Yeah, they fixed it.
Some people... I've heard some people got all their stuff back. Some still haven't gotten items back, like a couple of my coworkers who play.
I feel like that's bullshit because what they did is they rolled it back. They rolled the server time back.
Well, it happened 3 times last season. That's what they were telling me.
Oh.
So
can I point something out here?
Sure.
As soon as Activision or what is it? Who was Destiny hooked? Bungie and who were they plugged in with? Was it Activision? Yeah. As soon as they split, Jeff was like, "This is gonna be the greatest thing in the world." I feel like that game has gone downhill more since that's happened with like stupid shit.
Well, this is something fixable, which is just technical issues.
Yeah, but I mean that kind of
price
stuff.
Gouging.
You are correct, but at the same time, the technicality, I mean, it's a cosmetic, dude. If you want to pet a glowy chicken and you're pissed off and you spend $5 on that, that's not really an issue. But if people's shit is disappearing and they physically can't play the game, that's a different issue.
It's not, but what was disappearing wasn't anything of substance.
Depends on who you talk to.
It's not like people are losing their god roll guns, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just in the camp watching from afar, knowing that you guys play the hell out of it. I'm kind of like, huh. You know? Like, when they released Trials, and your artifact level mattered, I just laughed. Like, how stupid are you?
Well,
No, it
and I
doesn't
mean,
matter this week.
No, I know.
this
But I
week.
said when it launched
Yes.
and your artifact level mattered, that's hilarious to me that nobody took 2 seconds to think about that.
Well, they said
That's
that they
funny
were
to me.
trying it out, even though it was kind of a dumb trial.
Stupid.
Because
Unless you dedicate your life to our game, you can't play it.
yeah, because people were like a couple of the guys I play with on PC, they were bitching about it, and for good reason too, because some of these guys are at light level 1000 already.
Well, fucking Glad's at 1005. And his season pass is already at level 69 in a week.
Yeah, man, it's.
I guess if that's your job, that's your job. I don't know.
I mean, I still like the game, but yeah, this season's not gonna keep my attention for too long. I'll do the basic stuff and maybe try for the new title to get that.
The new title is going to be easy.
Yeah, but there's also 3 new titles this season instead of just 1. So they broke up like all the activities into 3. So the
There's the trials.
We're not gonna get that.
There's the Warmind stuff, and what's the third one?
Someone said it was a secret title. I don't know if they're full of shit or if it's real.
I'll start over at Destiny 3. We'll go from there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still having fun going back to it and playing it because I've already put in so much time.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure once my life changes for good,
Why was your life be changing for good?
He already said at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, we already talked about it at the beginning of the podcast.
Come on, Jeff, are you listening?
No, he's not. He expects other people to listen, but he won't.
Yep.
But, no,
cool.
Destiny will be a good game that, PvE, very relaxed, doesn't require a lot of skill, just kind of none of that, PvP stuff, so we'll see what they do. I'm pumped, though. I'm going to binge on some single-player games. Like, I can't wait for the new Halo and all that stuff to come out, but...
Oh, I'm so pumped for that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens once they get more. If they delay the consoles, then we'll go from there. But no, 100%. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. What are you two playing?
I've been playing a lot of mods on Empire at War. Remember Empire at War? It was like 2006 RTS. There's mods that bring the graphics up to 2020 standards. Some other PC games here and there. A lot of Destiny. It's kind of where I've been up to.
No, I'm with you. I've honestly been basically out of town for like half of the past 2 months. So I'll squeeze in some Apex, tried out the Call of Duty, but other than that, I'm looking forward to Doom, and let's go from there.
Yeah.
Gotta say, super excited for the Animal Crossing though, because I totally understand what you do in that game.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's time for Tool time since he's already doing it.
Oh, it's Tool time?
Yes, it is Tool time. Although
You-
Tool
you
time
still-
is all the time for you, Jeff.
You still don't have my sound piece, do you?
No,
Oh,
I
it's
have,
just-
I have a soundboard on my computer. I just refuse to use it during the podcast because it pisses you off. I will.
If he's gonna keep signing, I'm just gonna jump out the call. So I'll catch y'all later.
Hey, it's Tool time. So thanks again for
It's
listening.
like talking to
another-
Glenn. If you tell him to do something and he doesn't do it, then you complain about it, and then he starts doing it.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, man.
Well, thanks for listening to another episode of DJK GameTime. As always, we do run some ads, but word of mouth is always very much appreciated. So if you have friends that you think would enjoy the show, please point them our way. You can connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We do have a Discord channel. There will be a permanent link to join the Discord channel in the show notes. So if you want to join the community, talk a little bit with us, tell us what you like, what you don't like, etc., etc., please do drop in.
Or come play some games with us.
Yeah, and play games with us. You know, I'm playing Destiny on the Xbox right now. Kirk is on PC playing Destiny. Danny is playing Apex, 24/7 as much as he can. So yeah, we'd love to play with you guys. But otherwise, that's my Tool time.
Yep.
And that's signing out. Hope you guys are still around in 2 weeks.
Jesus. It's a little morbid, eh?
I mean, isn't that the quarantine time? 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
that'll line up.
I mean, I would love to be stuck in my house playing games for 2 weeks at this point rather than going to work. But appreciate y'all listening. We'll catch you later.